Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Anya Al Fiverwala and I'm student of Rehan School Korangi campus. So today we have another great guest in our show. His name is Mike. So hello sir, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good. So sir, before moving on questions, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, my name is Mike Duffy. I am the founder and CEO of a global 24/7 technology support company called Don't Get Hacked, and also award-winning producer for an entertainment company called MupoEntertainment.com.
Okay, thank you so much for your introduction. So, my first question on your screen is: how did you establish a global presence for your technology support company?
Uh, re- Realistically, getting into rooms and meeting new people. So that's the goal of networking when you have any size of business. Is you want to go to local groups and international groups and introduce yourself and meet new people and see if the product if the products or services that you offer are required by business owners in other countries. So I'm based in Canada, but I travel to the United States for conferences and events. And in October 2023, I traveled to Dubai for an event. And then within like 60, 90 days, I had set up in a corporation, an office there. And then, things just work out. If things are meant to be, the setup process goes smoothly. Of course, there's always finances involved, and so that's how we get. I bring my message of computer support, technology support to audiences worldwide, and so far we're 2.5 years into DontGetHacked.ca, Don't Get Hacked cybersecurity, and we're having fun while building an international brand.
Okay, thank you so much for answering my question. So, my next question on your screen is: how do you manage round the clock operations across different time zones?
Good question. Um, Not worrying about sleep helps. But I have an app. It's called Time Buddy. So I have this app because it's not just the Dubai time zone. Like if I have earlier this week, I had a Zoom call with a possible partner in Saudi Arabia. So I use an app which will show me what time it is in my time zone and then what time zone it is. Usually, I find that people are pretty flexible because you'll just, if somebody contacts you and they say they have a problem. I'm not quite on the west part of North America. I'm in the Mountain Standard Time Zone right now, currently. But the entertainment company office for Mupo Entertainment is in the Eastern. So Eastern being New York. So they're already 2 hours ahead of me. And then Dubai right now is currently 9 hours ahead. So it's just really communication. Sometimes people reach out and it's urgent and needs to be dealt with right now, but that's why we have a 24/7 call center and anybody can call my call center and get put into the speak to the receptionist, get put into the system, and then we will call them back within the same business day. But most people in 2024, most everybody's pretty flexible, and they know that they're going to book you 2 days, they're going to book you in the future. They just want to know I just ask them what their local time is that they want to speak to me, and then it gets put into the calendar. And we're not so big that we're busy booking months out. We're usually booking a week or two out at the moment, even with the international operations, but we're a startup right now. So we're just constantly looking for more business owners with, 1 to 50 employees. That's kind of our niche right now.
Okay, thank you so much for answering my question. So, my next question on your screen is: what inspired you to start a technology support company?
What inspired me to start a technology support company? Well, at the end of the day, I have a lot of patience and I've got a lot of experience with computers. I grew up in the 1980s, so computers kind of became household common household items in North America in the early to mid 1990s, and that would have been when I was, not right before high school, junior high, grade 6, grade 7, grade 8 time period for me. That was before the internet, so I grew up with it. I call myself old school. I remember computers before the internet. So I've grown up with it and I've been able to just learn as I go. But at the same time, I buy everything. So Windows computers, Macs, iPhones, iPads, Androids. Because at the end of the day, I want to know how it works and how a new technology may benefit business owners out there. Because at the end of the day, people will call and say, hey, this device doesn't work and this device doesn't work. And usually my answer is, why are you trying to use something 10 years old to run this particular line of business in your business, right? So that's how I got it. I just grew up with everything and I've got enough patience to, at the end of the day, customer service and understanding people's frustrations is the cornerstone of having this business. And I'm not scared to tell I'm not scared to tell a business owner they need to buy newer, faster technology to actually do what they want to with technology. So sometimes people don't like that. Sometimes business owners don't like that answer. But at the end of the day, my business is technology consulting. So I got to tell you if I like or don't like, if you need better stuff. So
Okay, thank you so much for answering my question. So, my next question on your screen is, how do you ensure consistent quality of service across different locations?
how do we ensure consistent quality of service across different locations? Well, at the end of the day, it's communication with customers. At the end of the day, I'm the boss. I'm the chief person anybody interacts with. So I do have employees. And what happens is a customer request comes in, and then I'm either assigned to it, or if the employee has enough skill set to handle that job, they're sent out, and I'm always on the phone 24/7. I'm always the person giving the technician the tools, the next step that needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, my face is on all the business cards, my face is on the website. Customers are hiring me, and my local technicians are just an extension of me, right? Because I can't be in Calgary, I can't be in New Jersey, I can't be in Dubai every single day. So I have local technicians. If it's a job that we can do remotely, internet works, the end PC or Mac device works, or the cloud server is fine. We can remote into things and troubleshoot and do software updates. But if it requires on-site support, I'm with the technician every step of the way.
Okay, thank you so much for answering my question. So, my next question on your screen is, what challenges did you face in setting up operations in both Calgary and Dubai?
What challenges did I face setting up operations in both cities? Well, it's just I feel I know with Dubai, it's just at least I have the experience of Calgary. Calgary is a city of 1.5 million people. Traffic is going to be bad in any city of that size. Especially, it's usually estimating time for transportation from one location to another. When I lived in Dubai earlier this year for 2 months, I was Ubering everywhere's. That makes transportation easy. I did rent a car in Dubai. That pushed my stress level a little bit higher, especially trying to return that rent a car to the airport. And it's just every city's going to have its own mix of stressors and challenges. And if you're a resilient human with a positive, upbeat attitude, you're going to get through it. However, if you're quick and easy to stress, it's not going to work out. But it's also not going to work out for you in business if you can't handle problems that pop up, right? So at the end of the day, you get to meet business owners if you get out to events. So in Calgary, I go to networking events. In Dubai, I go to networking events. My employee in Calgary goes to networking events when I'm not there. My employee in Dubai goes to trade shows and networking events every single week to hand out business cards, to meet people. So at the end of the day, it's just in order to build a business, you have to meet people, and you have to meet people that you don't know. So that's a challenge. Not everybody's extroverted, and but even introverts, if you dig deep down, you can turn on your extroversion. You can turn on you may not be as social as somebody who's full blown extrovert, but you show up, dress nice, have a smile on your face, people are going to talk to you. And then if they don't need your type of service, or they don't know anybody who needs your type of service, they're going to move on to the next. You're eventually going to find people who don't like technology. They have businesses that don't like technology, and then you just give them your card and you're like, hey, if you need help in the future, give us a call, and we will we can solve anything. It's just whether or not you're going to trust us to solve your problems, right? So did my interviewer drop off? Well, I think my interviewer dropped off. So, hey, I'm just going to read through the rest of it. He sent me the questions ahead of time, so I can. They sent me a lot of questions. Got like 40 questions here. That's amazing. So if anybody's watching this, I invite you to the second annual Mupo Entertainment Awards Ceremony Red Carpet Event Gala in New Jersey, Friday, July 26th.
So there is
You're
only
back. You're back.
internet. Yeah, I'm back. So my next question on your screen is, how do you leverage technology to streamline support processes?
Okay, so at the end of the day, um, I used to have a different technology company I ran for a decade and a half, so 16, 17 years, and I learned what not to do from that business model because the technology we use sucked realistically. So, we've got a ticket system. We have monitoring software, like anything a managed service provider or a computer repair shop has, we use. I think our difference is I have tested every single product out in the market. Maybe not every single product out in the market, but I've tested so many remote support tools, because at the end of the day, I need to support Windows, like Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11, Mac operating systems. We can remote into iPhones, iPads, and Android devices, but not every single technology supports all. So we have a stack of tools we use, but what I really like using now is I've got our cybersecurity soft. We've got this one product that we install on all of our customers' computers, and it uses AI, and it really just optimizes the computers. So of course, if we have any client who cancels a contract, we remove our optimization software. Then they complain their computers don't run as good. And I was like, well, at the end of the day, you don't see what we're doing, but we're actively optimize your Windows or your Mac device. We're actively optimizing it so it's efficient. It's always up to date, and there's no infections. So at the end of the day, it's just testing out tech. You want technology to make your life better. Well, I want technology to make managing thousands of computers easier, so that way we just have less. I generally find once we are taking care of a business owner, they don't call to say their computer's slow. They don't call to say there's errors, because we're actively doing patch management and performance monitoring. And if we notice that their hard drive is slower, they don't have enough memory in their computer anymore. We're sending them a note saying, hey, your computer's running at 95%, like it's time to upgrade now, or you're going to start complaining about it. And then usually people are okay with an upgrade because they've had that computer for 3 to 5 years anyway. So just software. That's how we do. That's what I use to manage everything.
Okay, thank you so much for answering my question. So, my next question on your screen is, what strategies do you employ to stay ahead in the ever evolving tech industry?
It's constant training and learning. The strategies that we use to employ to stay ahead, we fix computers. People call us with issues, and then we have to learn how to fix new technology and tablets and all this new stuff that comes out. And then I'm constantly reading industry publications. So, you'll hear about a business that got hacked, no matter where, if it's in Canada, USA, Europe, or overseas. And then you're like, okay, so constantly reading news articles and finding out, okay, do we need to train customers on using stronger passwords? A password manager gets hacked. Well, maybe we should educate business owners to, hey, you could use a digital password manager, but you should still have everything written down on paper, and you should be going through auditing your passwords 2 to 3 times a year. And I got on my podcast, I have an episode about doing exactly that. So it's really just staying ahead, constantly learning. Like, you look like you're a school age child. you know you're gonna be learning every single day of the rest of your life. You're gonna do your school, you're gonna do your post-secondary. If you go into running a business, you're gonna be learning it. Like, it's just constant learning new things and applying what you learned and testing it out for yourself. So, you buy a new device, you need to make sure you know how, you learn how it works, and then maybe you'll break it, and then you have to fix it. So
Okay, thank you so much for answering my question. So, my next question on your screen is, can you describe the range of services your company offers?
the range of services our company offers, well, with technology support, there's 1,000 things we can do, right? But it's primarily business owners who have issues with the Windows operating system, the Mac operating system, so desktop computers, printers, Wi-Fi, internet issues. A lot of businesses now have cloud services, so we can troubleshoot or migrate them from a in-house server to a cloud server. We deal with a lot of restaurants. They're using mobile devices and apps. They complain that those things don't work, and we got to find out what they bought from what supplier, go in and troubleshoot to make things optimized. A lot of people work remotely now, so there's VPN troubleshooting to do. So at the end of the day, it's we do cybersecurity. We do penetration testing for both internal and external scans. One thing I'm doing right now is every business I meet, I scan their domain, so their .com, their .ca, their .ae, their .info, whatever their domain is. I scan their domain and look to see how strong their email security is, and then I follow up with them and show them that they're going to have an issue in the future with hackers or email spoofing or phishing or spam because they don't have very strong email security. So at the end of the day, I tell business owners, we do technology support. Sometimes I tell them I'm a technology coach. I find that most business owners, if they haven't made it to 6 or 7 or 8 figures yet, and they're still in the 5 figures, it's usually that they're not embracing technology and they need to do upgrades, and they need to not be afraid of technology, because at the end of the day, technology can make you efficient and get your message. Like I tell business owners, they should be shooting video content. They should be having interviews with people like yourself, so they're interacting with people and their message is getting broadcasted, because you never know who's going to see this and end up referring to you or hiring you in the future. So I think my host is frozen. I don't think I'm frozen, but I'm on Starlink.
Okay, thank you so much for answering my question. So, my next question on your screen is, what are the advantages of having offices in both Calgary and Dubai?
The advantage of having both offices in Calgary and Dubai, I believe it's weather. Dubai is very nice during the cold Canadian winter. Dubai is a very nice climate. I'm not sure about their summer, but I'll be. I have residency in Dubai, so I'll be heading back in August or September. Not sure if I'll be there all winter this winter. We'll see what happens with timing and projects, but I think diverse culture, because Canada is a melting pot. Like there's so many cultures in Canada, same as you find in Dubai. Similar anyway. Language. I'm only an English speaker, but English is, I found, main language in Canada, as well as it is in Dubai. So we found there's so many similarities, because the UAE's oil producing country, Canada's oil producing country. We've got more trees here because it's not a desert, and we're not. And where I am in Canada, we're landlocked. So there's similarities, there's differences. I like both. Calgary's got mountains, so it's good for winter sports. Dubai is just beautiful. Like it's just beautiful, and if you want to, we wanted to be on the beach, and that's what we did when we were in Dubai. So at the end of the day, I think you um, need to be really flexible and not be. As a business owner, you got to be flexible. It doesn't matter what city you're in, what culture you're dealing with. If people are reaching out to you, they're resonating with your message and the experience that you have. And if you've got a captive audience, they're going to listen to you. So at the end of the day, it's just getting used to their culture, the different cultures, and the food, and whether or not they're prompt and on time. I found in Dubai that since there's a lot of traffic, people are used to you being maybe 10-15 minutes late. But in Canada, it's more so prompt. But I really only experienced the Emirati culture for like 2 months. So I don't know. There's so many similarities between the cities, and then there's differences just based on region of the world it is. So
Okay, thank you so much for answering my question again. So, now my question for you is, what advice you want to give our audience?
the advice I'd want to give to your audience is just that at the end of the day, you you make life what it is. So positive attitude, making friends, attempting to not hold grudges, and just have fun with it, because I have survived some really close misses with driving and in traffic. So at the end of the day, um tomorrow's never guaranteed. Like I drive so much with this job, so it doesn't matter if I'm driving Canada, or I'm in the backseat of an Uber in Dubai. There's the more you get out, fly, getting on a plane or getting in a vehicle or whatever, a train, whatever the case may be, accidents happen every single day. So just, it's like that old saying, carpe diem, seize the day, live every day to your best ability, because tomorrow's never guaranteed. And don't wait to do something tomorrow. If somebody asks you today to do something, say yes. That's my advice. You can always say no after the fact, but if you say no to somebody, you can't always go back and say, yes, I changed my mind after the fact.
Okay, thank you so much for this wonderful advice. So we are ending today's interview with Mike. So thank you so much everyone for watching. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan Zindabad.
Thank you.